So I think most golfers would love to know how they can get set up in a really simple way of making that swing, shallowing the club out and hitting that lovely little baby draw. And we see their path from the inside with the club face closed, carrying 170. But unfortunately, if you're watching this, you probably have, from your setup, more of this. So that big, high, soft one. And we see losing 20 yards, losing the accuracy. And we see there the path 9 degrees out to in, face 7 degrees open. And I only had 7-iron in my hand there, so not too destructive. But when you get on those longer clubs, it's short, it's wide, and very occasionally you square the club face up and hit one left. And basically, the middle of the fairway, the middle of the green is the safest place on the golf course. Now, all that delivery and that inability to shallow the club out is about what you're doing with that right arm, that trail arm at address. So most golfers, when they talk to me, certainly face-to-face coaching, they talk about trying to get their arms nice and straight at address. Now the challenge when that back arm's straight is you can see how it's over the top of that lead arm and those shoulders are way left. And that's a massive influence for the path. But it also means from that position that as we swing back, the elbow stays out. And the only way I'm going from there is this way, leaving that club face open and almost flicking through impact, trying to get the ball on line. So the biggest change I would want to see is get the lead hand on as normal, and then that trail arm, you're going to bring it in, and you get the forearm facing towards the ball, and then just rotate the wrist so that the hand sits onto the club. And straight away there, you can see my shoulders are better. You can see there's a little bit of flex in that arm, and straight away, that's going to change the path and give you the ability to release the club head better. And we can see there completely different delivery. Now, what I would say, and look at that face on. So we go from this position here, that hand very much on top, shoulders too level, get that forearm facing the camera, rotate the wrist round. We see that little bit of flex there in that arm. That's allowing that elbow to fold. And then from there, the elbow can move towards the body and we can start moving the club better through the ball. But it's only a little kind of 2-second change to your address position. So lead arm is normal, trail arm in this way, go from there. Like I said, that elbow is going to fold. Now there's an opportunity to get the elbow working into the side. And that might be your simple swing thought to just get there, make that swing. And like I said, if you suddenly start hitting some baby draws like that, it's going to be very, very different for your game. Now, for some of you watching, it will literally be that simple of changing that address, the body alignment being better, and the arm structure just taking care of itself. If, however, you don't see such a dramatic change, you can just put a little swing thought in there as well. So you get that forearm facing away, rotate the hand on, make the swing as normal, and you'll definitely notice that right elbow work very different in the backswing. But what you want to feel from there is as you move towards a target, you want that right shoulder working down and under your chin. And if you can do that, you'll see a very different shape to the body through impact. And that'll get you even more from the inside. So 5 degrees from the inside, club face 3 degrees closed and carry at 165. So it's about getting that arm structure good, but it's also then not worrying about turning shoulders, but getting a bit of tilt. So it's like left shoulder down, right shoulder down. And you can see if that's that impact position, so from there, that's a very different impact position to somebody who would be this way. And if anything, they're just standing up out of posture and there's a lot going on. But like I said, that is such a huge change for guys who struggle shallow in the club. They get there, the body alignment feels different, and just that simple feel on the way back, right shoulder down and under, really can start making some very, very tidy little swings that get the ball turning over like that. So we see 3 degrees from the inside, 5 degrees closed, carry 160. Now, what I would say is, and I see this a lot with golfers, you can make those changes incredibly quickly, and particularly when you're on a driving range or in a simulator like I am now. When you get onto the golf course, it can be very challenging because you're probably so used to almost creeping this way a little bit with the old swing that that's just going to miss so far left. So then you've got to feel like you're going to aim that club face a little bit further right. Get the feet parallel to that, so everything looks like it's more down that right side. Get that trail arm in as we've discussed. Have that little swing thought. And all of a sudden, path looks a bit more exaggerated because where I've aimed. Club face a little bit closed, carry at 170. But straight away, look at the power in the shot. There's more distance. We're taking that right-hand side out of play, which I think anyone who's sliced the ball in the past, I think they've also always got both sides in play. They've got the pull or the slice, but I think the slice is the emotional one, isn't it? Comment below. If you can feel that by that change there, you can take right out of play, you can aim up that right-hand side, focus on that feel, and just hit lovely baby little draws all day long. Start picking up some yardage, and it's a very, very different shot. Now, what I would say with that, and probably some of you might comment about this, it's, am I changing my grip? Yes, your hands are going to sit differently on the club, but it's because when that arm's straight, it's very hard to try and get that hand anything other than on top of the shaft. Whereas as soon as you go that way and rotate, it's amazing how much better the hands fit together on the club. Now, it will feel different. Remember, if everything feels the same, you've not changed anything. As long as things feel different and you understand why, and then you take ownership of your golf swing and say, right, if I do this, what am I expecting? So for me, that little draw, I can aim slightly down that right-hand side, put my swing on it, and it just feels like I can do that every single time. Maybe not the exact amount shape every time, but it's about being consistent. Change the way you put that right arm at address. It's honestly going to transform the way you can make that backswing and get that club shallow in on the way down. And if you can shallow out a little bit more on the way down, deliver the club from the inside, release the club better, you're going to turn those slices into draws, and maybe, just maybe, pick up 20 or 30 yards with every club in the bag.